6 years of marriage doesn't just break overnight, it cracks in small ways, missed dinners, fewer laughs, short answers. But I still didn't see it coming. Lisa and I weren't fighting exactly. We were just flat. A few quiet months. I chalked it up to stress. Her job, my hours, life. So when she came into the kitchen one Thursday evening and said, "Frank, I think I need some space," I didn't know what the hell to say. "Space?" I asked. "What kind of space?" She looked calm, too calm. She said, "I just need to clear my head. Maybe stay at Sarah's for a week. No fighting, no pressure, just space." Sarah is her sister, lives 40 minutes away. I figured maybe they'd talk it out over wine. Maybe she'd vent, cool off, come back. So I nodded. "If that's what you need." She hugged me, light and brief. "Thanks for understanding." The next morning, I watched from the window as she got into an Uber and left. Said she didn't need the car, just wanted a few days to breathe. I didn't hear much after that. A couple of texts. "Hope you're okay." "Just taking time." Nothing serious. I didn't press. I figured maybe she really needed a breather, so I gave it to her. Then Sunday morning rolled around. I wasn't looking for anything. I opened Instagram like anyone would, scrolled, stopped. There she was, Lisa, in a white robe, poolside at some fancy mountain spa, holding a mimosa, smiling ear to ear. And right next to her, arm around her waist, was Brian. Brian. I hadn't heard that name in years. An old friend from college. Back when we were dating, she'd told me they were a thing once, but never serious. The photo was tagged, "Weekend reset in the mountains." Hashtag healing time. Healing time. That's what she called it. Not staying with her sister. Not thinking things over. Just playing pretend with an old flame in a hotel that costs more per night than our mortgage. I stared at that picture for a long time. Then I closed the app. All right. If she wanted space, she was about to get it. And a whole lot more than she expected. I didn't rage. I didn't throw things. I just sat on the edge of the bed and stared at the wall for a while. She didn't ask for a break. She wanted me off the board while she test drove a fallback. That picture told me everything I needed to know. Not just about her and Brian, but about how little she thought of me. She didn't even bother to hide it. Public post, public smile, public hand on her hip like she was already in a new life. So I started thinking. The house? In my name. Bought it 2 years before we got married. She never put a dime into it. The second car? The one she uses every day? Registered to me. I paid the loan. Paid the insurance. Lisa just drove it. Called it hers. Acted like it was hers. But it wasn't. She could post whatever fantasy she wanted on Instagram. The truth was in the paperwork. I started moving fast. Changed every password. Bank, utilities, even the Netflix. Then I called a locksmith and had the front and back locks changed the next day. New deadbolts, fresh keys. By Monday morning, the house was locked down. Quiet, clean. No Lisa perfume on the pillow. No shampoo bottles in the shower. She'd left in a rush, thinking she'd walk right back in like nothing had happened. She wouldn't be. The car was next. The keys were still in the little box by the front door where we always kept them. I grabbed them and drove it to a dealership we'd used before, spoke to the manager, told him I was thinking of trading in, just wanted an appraisal for now. The manager gave it a quick look and said it was still in good shape. He estimated they could offer close to $17,000, pending inspection. I told him that sounded fine and agreed to start the process. I left the keys with them and took an Uber home. Lisa's parking spot? Empty, like it should be. Thursday evening, 8:45 p.m. I was in the living room, lights low, watching a basketball game. Almost forgot it was supposed to be the day Lisa came back. Then I heard it, keys jingling outside, the unmistakable sound of metal on metal. A pause, then more jiggling. A sharp rattle followed by 3 quick knocks on the door. "Frank, what's wrong with the lock?" I didn't move right away, just muted the TV and walked to the door. Opened it an inch, chain still on. Lisa stood there in yoga pants and a windbreaker, suitcase by her side, hair curled, tan lines peeking from under her collar. Her expression was somewhere between confused and irritated. "What happened to the lock?" she asked. "I changed it." "Why would you do that?" She tilted her head, like I'd just flipped the script of a play she was directing. I stayed calm. "You said you needed space. I'm giving it to you. Frank, come on. I was at Sarah's. No, I said. You were at the Ridge Spa with Brian. You posted it. Remember the mimosa? Her mouth opened, closed. That was just a getaway. I needed clarity. Brian's just an old friend, I said. One who holds your waist like he's not so old after all. Don't do this. Her voice sharpened. You're overreacting. No, I'm reacting appropriately. You told me not to contact you, so I didn't. I handled my side of the house while you were out on yours. She blinked fast. Where's my car? At the dealership, getting appraised. Her voice jumped an octave. You're selling my car? I looked her dead in the eye. My car. Title's in my name. Loan too. You just used it. You didn't own it. She stepped forward. You can't be serious. After everything I've done for you? I shut the door another inch. You mean like the spa trip? Or the lying? Or the part where you thought I'd just wait here with dinner warm? Frank, you wanted distance, Lisa. This is what distance looks like. I closed the door, left her standing there, suitcase and all. Next morning, 10 a.m. sharp, I heard another knock. This one wasn't Lisa. It was her brother, Mark, standing on my porch in jeans and a polo, arms crossed, face already annoyed. Behind him, Lisa leaned against his car, sunglasses on, arms folded like a disappointed teacher. Frank, Mark started. Can we talk? I stepped outside, closed the door behind me. Sure. I'm trying to keep things civil, he said. Lisa's upset. She says you locked her out, took her car, won't even let her get her stuff. Correct, I said. His brow furrowed. Why? She asked for space. She got space. And while she was figuring things out, she took a romantic vacation with Brian. Mark looked back at her, then back at me. Brian? That guy from college? Yep. Lisa called out from the car. It wasn't like that, Mark. I ignored her and pulled out my phone, opened the photo she'd posted, held it out. Mark didn't have social media. He hadn't seen it. He stared at the screen, said nothing. I let it sink in. She told me she was at your sister's, I added. This is where she really was. Mark rubbed his face. God, Lisa. She threw her hands up. You said you needed space too once. Yeah, he snapped. Not to go on a spa date with someone I used to sleep with. He turned to me. All right, look, she needs to get her stuff. Can we do that without more drama? I've already boxed everything up. It's right here by the door. You can take it, but neither of you is stepping past the threshold. Mark looked at me a long time. You serious about this? Dead serious. He nodded. Okay, fair. Lisa took a step toward the house. I held up a hand. Lisa, stay by the car. Mark can get the boxes. What? Are you? My house. My rules. 3 runs to the car later, her stuff was gone. She didn't say a word, just slammed the door when they pulled away. I went inside, locked the door, again. I thought that would be the end of it. Naive. 2 days later, I started getting texts from mutual friends. Ones Lisa had mostly brought into my life, couples we'd gone to dinner with, co-workers of hers I barely knew. Hey man, what happened with you and Lisa? She's pretty torn up. Dude, I heard you just locked her out and took her car? Seriously? She was spinning a story, painting herself as the victim, me as some cold, spiteful control freak. The car became the one she paid for. The house became our place. And me? I was the abusive husband who snapped. I didn't reply to most of it, but I sent a couple of people the screenshot of the spa post and the car title. Just facts. Nothing more. Some of them got quiet real fast. Then, the bigger hit came. HR called me into a quick meeting, middle of the day. Hey Frank, my manager said. We just wanted to touch base. We got a report. Anonymous said you were having personal issues, possibly unstable behavior, something about aggression at home. Aggression. It was a calculated shot. I stayed calm. Told them I figured it might happen, that my wife and I were separating, and she was upset I didn't take her back after she took a vacation with another man. The HR rep blinked. That's what this is about? I told them I'd never raised my voice in the building, never missed a deadline, and that they wouldn't find a single complaint on file. Said I could provide documentation if needed. They glanced at each other. No need. We just had to log the meeting. That's all. I nodded and left. Back in my office, I locked the door and sat for a minute. She really tried it. Tried to take my name, my job, my peace. All because I didn't play doormat. All because I closed the door, literally, when she thought I'd just open it back up. She wanted to escalate. She'd just lost whatever leverage she thought she had. The next shot came in the form of a manila envelope. Certified mail. Inside, a letter from some local budget attorney with a name that sounded made up. Gregory J. Halpern, Esquire, demanding $9,800 for Lisa Reynolds' emotional distress, car value contributions, and loss of shared assets. The wording was sloppy. Half of it sounded like it had been copied off Google. Claims that weren't backed up by anything. One paragraph even mentioned joint marital property, which didn't apply. The house was mine, and the prenup locked everything down. Lisa and I had signed it before we got married. She didn't like it, but she signed it anyway. Mostly because she wanted the house, the car, the ring, and at the time, I was the only one with real assets. The prenup was airtight. I handed the letter off to Julie, my lawyer, the same one who drafted the prenup. She read it, smirked, and asked whether I wanted a firm response or something softer. I told her to keep it polite, for now. A few days later, she sent back a short but decisive letter. It included the car title in my name, the insurance and registration documents, and a copy of the signed, notarized prenup. She also attached screenshots of Lisa's public spa photos with Brian, clearly time-stamped, and ended the letter with a warning. Any further false claims, attempts at reputational damage, or harassment would result in counterclaims, legal fees, and a motion for a restraining order if necessary. We never heard back from Gregory J. Halpern. Words started getting around. Quiet whispers from mutual friends, people I hadn't even spoken to. Apparently, Brian had ghosted Lisa the second they got back from the resort. She thought she'd rekindled something. He thought it was a weekend fling. Lisa was staying with an old friend now. Someone named Claire, I think. She'd taken time off work for the trip and never went back. No car, no apartment, just angry posts about how men weaponize stability. No self-reflection, no apology, just blame. She played a game and lost, and now she was out of pieces. A month passed. No more letters, no more fake complaints, no texts, no calls, just the kind of silence that says, I lost. I took full advantage of it. I sold the second car officially. Dealership finalized it at $16,900. Not bad. Use that cash to clear out the last of our joint bills and redo the guest room Lisa had turned into her little Instagram office. Took down the floating shelves she never installed right. Painted the walls a clean slate gray. Bought a simple desk, a chair that actually supported my back, and set it up as my own workspace. The bedroom felt lighter, cleaner. Her old stuff, the lotions, the velvet throw pillows, the framed photo of that one perfect New York trip, all gone. I tossed the photo in the bin. Didn't even hesitate. Funny thing, I didn't even miss her. Not really. I missed the version of her I thought I had. But the real Lisa? The one who posted couple photos with Brian while texting me, just need time to think? That woman didn't deserve a key to my front door, let alone a spot in my life. The last contact I had was through a mutual friend, Kenny, who I ran into at the gym. She's still staying with Claire, he said. Still saying you blindsided her. I nodded. Sounds about right. She said Brian ditched her. He did. Kenny gave me a long look. You good? Better than ever. Because here's the truth. Lisa didn't just betray me. She tested me. She thought I'd freeze, panic, beg. She thought I was the kind of man who'd keep the engine warm while she went joyriding with her past. Instead, I gave her exactly what she asked for. Space. Not the silent treatment kind, not the I'll wait until you come back kind. The legal version. The locked door version. The one where life moves on without you. Now, every time I pull into my driveway and see that clean, empty space where her car used to sit, I smile. It's not emptiness anymore. It's freedom. Thank you for watching.